Hello, and here we are on level 2 of Castle Mistamere, trying to see if we can kill Bargle. Our party went back to Threshold to rest. Ben's health was at 2, Donald's was at 6, and Carrick the retainer was at 4, and we had no spells. We went back to rest. I'm sure that's another 3 days rest. You get 2 hit points back per day. Right, now that means we must have spent at least 2 weeks just clearing the upper floor of Castle Mistamere and this area here. This dungeon crawling is a full-time job. It's going to take us maybe a month to clear Castle Mistamere. It's like carrying contractors for a month. So we came down these stairs and we're in this room. We've opened this door. And we know there are kobolds here. Right. And there may be more there. Or we could go through here. It always seems better to go around the edge rather than dive into the middle. So the last time we listened at that door, we didn't hear anything. So Liz and Sylvia, who listen on a roll of 1 to 2, are going to try again. And Liz is orange, Sylvia is green. And Sylvia listens and she hears nothing. So they feel quite confident to shoulder charge this door and go in. So it's up to Ben to give it a charge. And he fails. It's up to Donhard to give it a go. And he succeeds. And they burst in through the door. Because the first charge failed, there is no way we're going to surprise anything which may be in this room. And what indeed is in this room? It's a pair of ghouls. Right, this area is called the Crypt. 4 stone pillars support the vaulted ceiling of this chamber. Thick sheets of cobwebs and dust hang between them to obscure the far side of the room. A faint crunching noise can be heard, echoing in the gloom. A pair of ghouls lair in this ancient crypt, eating an unlucky kobold. The ghouls attack any two who disturb their sleep. Right. Okay, now we can assume then if the ghouls are in the far end of the gloom here, and while they may have heard this door being bashed, they may have stopped eating, but they haven't moved. So our party have come in through here. There is no surprise, but there will be initiative. Now ghouls are serious trouble. And they win initiative. And they charge. This probably won't go very well. First, now ghouls get 3 attacks. Let's see how many of their attacks hit. First one's on Donald, or it's first one's on Ben. An 11 and a 15. 15, they're 2 hit dice monsters, and they need a 16 to hit AC2, so that those 3 miss. And that one hits. Oh, sugar. 1 to 3 damage. Not that bad. But, oh, and it would be 2 damage. But they do paralysis. And Ben needs a 14 or more. And he throws a 16. Right, okay, that's good. The second one's on Donhard. And he has, his AC is 1 less. And that's 2 misses. And that's another miss. Right, bad round for the ghouls. Fingers crossed, it's a good round for us. And Sylvia is going to cast her magic missile that does 1d6 plus 1 damage, but is yet to do more than 3. Oh, and it does 5. Good. That's 6 damage to 1 ghoul. Well, they only have 9 HP each, so the first one's down to 3. Liz is going to try and shoot that one. 17 and a 2 damage. Oh damn it, it's still alive. Now we've got 3 melee guys. Ben's going to take the one on in front of him. And he misses. Donard's going to take on the one in front of him, which is badly injured. And he gets a 12. Plus 1 is a 13. Hits AC 6. And they have AC 6. It is dead. Right. And our retainer is going to take on the last one, which is still at full health. 19. Excellent job. 4 plus 2 is 6. It's down to 3 HP. Right. Initiative again. And it gets initiative. 3 attacks on Ben. 2 misses. No, 1 hit. The 16 is a hit. Oh god damn it, yeah. So it's 1 hit. Right, 1 hit. 14 and 1 to avoid paralysis. And he throws a 12, he's paralysed. We've seen paralysis before. He just keels over. Right, Argo, this thing has 3 HP left. Sylvia on missiles. 16. 2 plus 1. No, there's no plus 1 damage. It's down to 1 HP. Liz. 15. And she does the 1 damage. It's dead. Right, now we have to wait for Ben to come out of paralysis. Oh, I didn't actually do the damage for that hit. And it's another 2 points. So he's down to 4. Right. When he comes round, he's back on the crossbows. So that's 2 dead ghouls. While we're waiting, we're going to explore this chamber. And we find a bag with 30 gold pieces. And a silver pin. Right, Liz pockets the gems. She thinks that's her job. She's decided that is her job. We're here. And we're going to listen to hear. And neither Liz or Sylvia hear anything. So we're going to go in with our lantern shuttered, because Malin also has a job. And we see in this room here 4 kobolds. And we're told that if we enter from the west, they're standing behind a table. And they will use that for cover as they attack with slings. Right, let's see who gets initiative. And it's mutual. Good enough, I suppose. Let's do them first. Ben is on crossbow duty. Carrick isn't happy at taking the front line. Then he has to be reminded that is his job. Alright. So there's 2 on Donard and 2 on Carrick. And the one on Donard misses. That hits AC 6, he's got AC 2. The second one on Donard misses badly. Whoops, they only do 1d4 damage. 1 on Carrick. He's got the best AC of us all. They need an 18 to hit. And it throws a 16. The second one throws an 8. So in their turn, all miss. Ben misses. Sylvia misses. They have an AC of 7, which plus 1 for the cover of the table. Sylvia misses. Donald misses. Carrick misses. My party could make a cow's ass with a banjo. Okay, round 2. They get initiative. Oh, they would, wouldn't they? First one on Donard misses. Second one throws a 15. That's AC 4, not good enough. First one in Carrick misses. As does the second one. They're equally useless. This is me. What's going on here? You know, obviously we're panicking. It's like Ben misses. Liz. That's a 10 plus 2. Oh, that's AC 7. She hits and does 1 damage. Oh, they've got 3 HP each. Sylvia misses. Donard misses. Right, please, come on, dwarf. He misses. 8 plus 2 is 10. That's AC 9. Not good enough. Round 3. Oh boy. We get initiative. They're all 4 of them are still alive. Ben hits. 5 damage. 1 kobold gone. Sylvia misses. Liz misses. Donard misses. Carrick. 14 plus 2 is a 16. Hits. Another kobold gone. 4 plus 2 damage. 2 left. 1 on Donard. 14. Right, they've closed into melee, so they don't get their +1 bonus. And they do 1d6 damage. So 14 hits armor class 5. Not good enough. The second one's on a retainer. Completely misses. Round 4. 4 rounds to kill 4 measly kobolds. And they get initiative. We're going to do a morale check. Do they run? Ah, now these doors are stuck. Okay, if they run, they're going to find this door stuck. Maybe it's not stuck for them, because if they live here, they're going to constantly be going in and through these little places here. Right, okay, I'll do a morale check. And they fight on. Brave little things. Okay, there go. 1 on Donard. Misses. 1 on Carrick. Misses. Right. Please, let's kill them. Ben hits. Best damage and best throw he could do. A 20 and a 6. Liz. 12 plus 2 is 14. Another good hit, but just 2 damage. Sylvia misses. Cleric. 12 plus 1 is 13. AC 6. Yeah, that hits. Good damage. They're all dead. That fight was more grief than it was worth. Though we didn't get hit. That was the battle of the incompetents. We search in this area and there's no treasure. And we're going to listen at this door. And nobody hears anything. And Ben's going to charge it. He fails. Oh no, 3 plus 2 is 5. He charges it open. And they're in a small chamber with another door. Let's listen at this one. And again, does anybody hear anything? No. So Ben's going to charge this door. He barges into it, and in this room is a well. This chamber contains a stone well in one corner. The well extends for 20 feet before ending in a pool of clear water. A rope dangles into the well, tied to an iron spike driven into the wall and connected to a wooden bucket. The water in the well is safe to drink. I don't believe they would think it is safe to drink. Well, they're not going to touch anything that kobolds have touched. Now we have a passageway to the east or another stuck door to the north. We'll go group decision time. 1 to 3 north, 4 to 6 east, and everybody apart from our wizard wants to go east. Right. So we shutter our lantern, we creep forward at our snail's pace, and we look round the corner. 3 crude bunk beds are stacked into the corners of this room, while heaps of garbage, mainly old bones and ruined clothing, cover the floor. This room is one of the barracks for the kobold tribe. Since the kobolds sleep in shifts, this room is always occupied. When the PC enters, 2 of the kobolds in the room are playing dice in the middle, while the other 4 are sound asleep. With a shriek, the gaming kobolds draw their weapons and attack, waking the other 4. Okay, so there's 2 here. Now who gets surprise on who? And again, it's mutual surprise. That happens rather a lot. So it's initiative. And it's mutual initiative. Okay, so there's only 2 kobolds here, but they shout out. So these 4 will waken next turn. But let's see if these 2 manage to do any damage. And the first one hits Donald for 2 points. The second one's on our dwarf, and it misses. Right, Argo. Let's take out these. What could be harder? Ben misses. Liz misses. Sylvia misses. Donard misses. Carrick hits and does 3 damage, and that is... Oh, these kobolds are tougher. They have 4 HP, so 1 is still alive. That did 3 damage. It has 4. Okay, that was round 1. Round 2. They get initiative. Oh, they would, wouldn't they? Right. So there's 6. So there's 3 on Donard. Miss. Miss. 14. Miss. There's 3 on the dwarf. 14. Miss. 17 hits AC 2. That's a miss. He has AC 1. Because he actually has a good dexterity for a dwarf. And the last one completely misses. It jumps out of bed and falls tangled in its own blankets. Right, our turn. Is it worth it? Ben, 13 hits, clears out 1 kobold. Liz, 20 clears out another kobold. Sylvia, 16 cleans out another kobold. Carrick Misses. No, sorry, that was Donard. No, it's the dwarf. 5 misses. Well, there's 3 left. Well, let's see who gets initiative. And they do. Let's see if they decide to run. And they do. Now, where do they run? They've only got this option here, or this option here. And I believe they're going to run north. Because that, I believe, is a kobold lair. 61 is merely stairs. And 65 is the kobold chieftain is here with 4 kobold bodyguards. Okay. So that is where those 2 run to. And that door is unlikely to be stuck since this is their barracks and that's their audience chamber. Do we pursue? Yes, we do. Now the kobold chieftain is bigger, so they chase, we go after them. Are we? Surprise. And it's mutual surprise again. Initiative. We get initiative, and Malin casts his sleep spell. And we'll see what happens in a minute. Right, 2d8 of monsters. The kobold bodyguards are hit dice 1 and the chieftain is 2. And that's 8 hit dice worth. They all fall asleep and we know what happens here. They all get their throats cut. 1 by 1. And what is in this chamber? While we search around. Oh, I forgot to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is in this chamber is the 5 doors enter this large chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From various directions. In the centre of one wall is a dais, atop of which is a stone chair bedecked with tiny jewels. So we'll say that's there. This is the audience chamber of the kobold chieftain. He rarely leaves this room out of fear that Bargle might come to issue him orders and mistake one of his minions for the chieftain, thus dethroning him. Okay, nice bit of lore there. Sitting in the chair is a fierce kobold wearing a necklace of bones worth 150 gold pieces. He also carries a potion of healing, 2 doses, and a gold key worth 10 gold pieces. Kobold chieftain is probably aware of the PCs, but the time they reach this chamber is unsurprised. Well, that turned out to be the case. As such, he has 4 kobold bodyguards here to protect him. The kobolds attack the moment the PC enters the room. Aside from the gear carried by the kobolds, the throne is covered in what appears to be tiny jewels. While most of these are worthless bits of glass, 2 are actually topazes, worth 500 gold pieces each. Okay. Well, I think our dwarf would be able to appraise which of the gems are glass and which are real. So, we're done this room, and that's where we're going to leave it today. See you next time.